What's the difference between Cuban ones though?
Cubans
Other than
use
probably a
banana
shitload of
leaves.
garlic.
No, they just use banana leaves.
That was not the difference. It was
They
the
also
distribution.
have, like-
It was the distribution of the meat in the filling. At least that's how Simi explained it to me.
I think that's also dependent on who's making it, because my mother puts a lot of meat versus the maize, like a lot more.
Well, because the ones with the Cuban ones we had in Miami were not. They were corn.
Right, but you do like when they were wrapped in the corn leaf though, not a banana leaf.
Correct.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Banana leaf is not Cuban.
It's
From
probably
bananas.
like
It's
more
Guatemalan.
southern. Yeah.
I believe it's Guatemalan tamales that are like that.
The best tamales I have had are definitely the banana leaf ones because like the maize stays like nice and moist and delicious and. But I love all tamales. I like
You guys
used
need
to
to taste my mom's. You'll
bring
come back.
some to the party, man. But no, like funny enough, the best tamale I've ever had is we went to the tamale festival in Indio, and the best tamale I ever had was actually just a cheese tamale, and it was so good.
It better have been spicy though. 'Cause those are the best. The
Yeah, it
green
was.
tamales-
It was made with like a spicy jack cheese, and they had like the little green chilies in it.
That's the way to make them.
Hi, Luna.
To interrupt the tamale talk.
No.
I think Rio posted some pictures of just like spreading stuff.
Yeah.
I guess is everyone okay with it? I actually don't care what spot I take, but
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
I thought it was flipped though, because I thought. Like,
oh.
Yeah, I think the tanks and the range are on like 3 and 2 generally. Like in between 3 and 2.
If A is the Dark Tower, then that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the big. I should have worked.
Sorry.
Yeah, A is the Dark Tower.
Forgot something.
Okay, so we are.
Left, right.
Okay, get you.
I think just follow that general pattern.
I don't think it's
And then I think the other thing is just sprint for this, because I'm not sure if Gopher has time, let's say, to run like that huge circle around to the back.
That's what I have been doing.
Oh, okay. So you do have time.
Because you have all for the range, it's almost easier for them because they have all that time during like before the donut comes up, after the donut appears. Like you can still run along the circumference of the tornado.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So yeah, and then I think it's just watching them. Melee doesn't really kill themselves.
Unrelated. Gopher! When did you freaking?
Oh, go for
That
the rock guard
taser.
now. Like that must have happened last night because he was definitely in Elizabeth last night.
I like your hat.
I do like your hat.
Oh, I don't see a hat.
I don't see
If
that.
you need
You look so adorable.
All right, someone's
I'll
gonna
show
have
you.
to
Yeah,
have
I'll show you what your hat looks like.
Dark, forbidden arts people.
Oh, you actually look really good though as a rock guard. I like it.
Look exactly the same. A tall.
I mean, all I'm wondering is Gopher. How long Gopher?
that looks so good.
Wow, that hat does look really good.
Yeah. No, he was definitely in Ellison last night because I was like stalking him in Razat Hand. Not really.
No, yeah.
Oh, that
I
is
did
a good hat.
Okay. Let's get this.
I felt like it. We'll see how long it lasts.
I don't have the real life height to actually like be in Ellison, so.
Bam.
Okay. Bings.
Why aren't you all double built?
I ain't that short, okay?
I am definitely low with the height.
Why aren't you all double built?
Because it's too short. And something camera angles.
Oh shit! I have grid. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's just your position.
That's what the thing is for.
Sure, Nora.
Yes. Oh, this one's weird.
It's
Everything's fine.
voice go? Yeah. Probably.
Oh my god.
It's like that Makote male voice all over again.
I never hear my own voice.
You probably have voices turned down pretty low, I would imagine then.
Yeah, it's probably Tim's fault.
You guys are popping like as soon as it comes up, right?
There he goes.
Clear center.
Fred?
first.
This is gonna hurt.
I want to totally go first.
I gotta go first.
Okay.
Nice.
Your
Got it.
numbers. Check your heads. So we're gonna put them in.
Did everybody already hit their 2 minutes or waiting on my arcane?
I just hit mine.
Okay.
Mitigate, mitigate.
I got.
Okay, I'll get the heal.
Okay.
It was
Large
out
spread.
and spread. I was on the edge and I still got flipped by that. Maybe I got snapshotted early.
No, because I think people were people were not censored for that. So then the fireball snapshotted someone in the back.
Okay, then it is not. Then whoever said last week that it, or not last week, yesterday, that it always spawns in
Yeah.
the center, that's not correct. Then it still spawns
No,
with someone.
everyone does have to come back to the center to bait the big fireball.
Okay.
Join on that spread.
Aru,
I go
where
far
are
left.
you? Where are you for ads? Because I feel like you're missing heals, and I'm not sure what's going on.
Generally, I stand in the little triangle or the gold thing right between 4 and 3 for the whole ad phase, and then when it's explosion time, I'm just in the middle. I don't know why I'm dying every time.
That's
Are
weird.
you able to save a mana wall for there?
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Like everyone else is topped, but you, which is weird, and you should actually not be taking as much damage from the fire because of wall caster magic defense. But I'm not really sure what's going on. Other than I'll just, nah, you don't need to say mana word for there. I'll just throw a regen on you. It's fine. I just need to see what's going on.
No, it's very odd that he has consistently always fallen there for some reason.
I think like the last
But
three
it's
pulls.
just been. It's just been
just
the past
him.
2 or 3 days.
Yeah. I mean,
We
unless
always
you're,
enters that at 38k.
I don't know why. Though, like everyone else is not nearly as low as him. I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's just
I mean, you shouldn't be dying there. Figured out somehow.
I'm just not.
But,
I'm like confused because like there's regions and stuff going out there, so I don't know.
Well-
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Babysit him and then watch it clip.
What I'm gonna do?
Things.
I was gonna. Okay.
Oh, I forgot to start down. Oopsie.
Target there.
Got him.
Monster on the wrong side.
Am I? Oh shit, man. Sorry. I got confused.
I'm gonna switch real.
Go ahead.
I wonder if you were missing a heal after the third charge. I wonder if that happened. Start up. Back.
Got him.
Red.
I got sad.
Heal first, heal first, heal first.
Ooh, that's rough.
Ixa was on cooldown there, so.
Alright. There's some clippies that happen on that side.
Are we gonna follow the diagram exact? Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
I saw you in the far end, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go forward.
Was I out of position or no? Because I thought I was where I needed to be.
No, I think you were fine. We didn't die, so I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
our
just don't.
side,
I don't know
not
if
yours.
I clipped Zad because I know he was kind of close to me, so that's fine.
Well, if you had clipped Zad would have clipped you and you would have died.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to go left, but I don't think I went far enough out.
Okay, just making sure.
And then I think the tank one we clipped Gopher.
Yeah. Because that was me, because I was waiting for you to grab or get to position before I swung around.
I mean, you guys were far away from me. I think I died to the tornado.
No,
They pointed
Our-
their beam at you, I think
yeah.
is what happened.
I'm trying to watch you a lot closer now during that part. So if you're going one direction, I'm trying to definitely go the other. And I was trying to stay on the outside of the.
Well, he has a bigger character model now, so he's easier to spot.
Wait, there's a beam that goes off there.
surprise.
Yeah.
That's why they kind of stand in between two.
Yeah, and to say if you
Right,
can
okay.
go for, you probably want to be on the opposite side from where the tanks are. I'm not sure what side you're going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're on
yes.
the 1-4 side, then you don't want to be there.
I'm not there. No, I'm on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the opposite.
Okay, that's what I figured, but I wasn't super sure. That was a
I
good
roll
one.
one.
longingly all the time.
I was gonna say, do we want to start doing a 20-second pot timer? I mean, I think we're there.
I kind of feel the same way too.
Okay. Pop your pots then.
I've been popping pots.
The whole time I know.
I have no idea where I'm gonna fit it in my opener.
But I only have 188 left.
You were right before, Zap.
Yeah, I need to.
I guess I could.
That's what I do.
I need to do that so it's better for the 2 minute now. So
Yeah. And third pot was coming up right around the
Third pot comes up right after all the
tornadoes. It's like
tornadoes and
during
stuff.
the dying step.
Yeah.
Free DPS phase, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Aru didn't die. I was so happy.
I was
So
watching
bad
him that
phase.
entire time.
That same. I don't know what was happening.
The only thing I can like genuinely think of is there was a heal that was being missed after the bird charges, because that's really the only reason you would have been so low, and I just wasn't paying attention.
They tried to make it your fault.
Only thing I can think of. Shields for fucking days.
Coming out of fire fountains with a huge ass shield for someone else.
I know you don't have to worry about killing the 2 AoEs. Actually, you know what? I do know what I want for dinner. Because every time I drive by Murrieta, I think about this. I want... no. Whatever the fuck that restaurant's called. Churches. If they're open.
Oh, right.
That was thermal battle. Someone saved me.
bad.
Oh, you dropping it or?
Yeah, let's just wipe.
Oh no, both healers died. Shit. Que passe?
I'm gonna pee real quick.
I got beamed by a tank thing. There was some funny tank shenanigans going on there. Is everything okay?
Oh dear.
Yeah, we split tethered again. Yeah, I had mine.
You're
and then I
south of
lost
everyone
mine.
picking up the first one like usual, correct?
Yeah. Well, no, in this one I was north, but I had it. I was like literally hugging the boss like this, and then I don't know, we crossed or something.
Yeah.
Because once you get a tether, it doesn't matter if we cross or not.
Right.
So,
I am now potting before because that lines up perfectly when we come back to match. It's nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's in my opener.
What you doing,
so
Mitch?
what I've been doing is I noticed that you're not around the 1 to 3 side, or sorry, 1 to 2 side. So I usually hang out there. Like I grab my tether, hang out, and let you grab your tether, then I move into position.
Okay. See, that's what happened. For some reason, I kept thinking you were staying south of the group, picking it up like usual. And when I saw you
I
coming
see,
from the other side, I panicked and moved, like zigzagged and picked it up.
So what do you want me to do? I can just adjust.
It's just so. Are you changing where you're picking it up each time?
Not really.
Think about the best way for my head to do this.
Come on, baby.
Because usually, so how I've been doing this then is for second pizza slices, I try to do it on the east side. So I'll never be on the west side. So I could be like southeast for all that matters, but I'll be around east.
And I've been sticking as close as I can to 1 and 4 for the second.
Come on, little permunch.
So worst comes to worst, I'll just grab the closest east tether, you grab the closest west tether.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we meet back at where we need to meet. Okay, let's try that.
Are you Jordan back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Bing. Oh wait, hold on. Check foods. I saw 3 minutes left on it when I was clicking the button. It's right next to it.
fat red Hrothgar run across my screen.
Don't call me fat.
It's just big boned, okay?
Go, 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 go. Stack in the center, get ready for the thingy.
Pray for stack.
Everybody out, spread. Spread, spread, spread.
Got him.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, LB3.
Pot is up, pot is up. If you haven't used
I will hit it. I will hit it.
Regular brand.
Middle.
Smart is up to hitting auto, and I forgot heals. I'm sorry.
I want to slow get him.
I got him. I have smoke.
Okay, okay.
Save the Rio.
I got Rio.
Survive.
Hey.
Yes!
What at what cost?
Sorry, Smurf. I was like, man, Smurf's really low. Why is he taking so much damage? And because my brain shut off thinking, oh, it's just normal fire flu. He's not taking any damage here.
It was
Man,
the
that was
double Hrothgar.
It was the double
Was.
Hrothgar.
Clear.
I wasn't watching act as I doubt anybody saw, but was I doing good?
Yes, yes, you were.
Yeah.
Fuck. Damn. That last death.
Yep.
I can't teleport out of that last big fireball because I have to move to the right, and I'm like, oh god, I can't do it. I gotta run instead of going forward. Oh shit.
Oh.
You ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I auto click.
Good job.
I'll open the other one for symmetry.
There you go.
You said healers were getting all the gear, right?
Lol.
Lol.
Teaching Gopher.
Oh, you moved.
Oh, it doesn't go away. Okay, we have 3 minutes on. Let's just decide while we're taking pictures.
Okay, who still needs a hat?
Oh, shoot.
Still right on the DPS. I was the only DPS that needed a really bad,
And you already have it, Aru,
Oh my
right?
god.
so it looks like Jordan's doing one.
So it looks like Jordan's getting the hat. Okay. Rabarant should probably go to a DPS. Actually, let's do first. Who needs the legs? None of the tanks are the healers.
I need legs.
At a DPS, it's only boss.
You are the only person that needs legs, so grats, boss.
Woo! That's why I opened the box first.
So then Aru, Rio, and Gopher can fight for the Rabarant.
I will
Rabba,
give that
rabba,
up
rabba.
to someone who actually does DPS.
You do DPS.
Yeah,
Thanks, Gopher. Thanks for being so nice for giving it to me.
I'll pass on that too. I care more about the twine.
Yeah, same. Rio, you want the rope around, and then me and Aro can fight for the twine? Does that seem fair?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
Rio.
Rio, forget his push to talk button because he muted.
He's in picture mode.
2 minutes.
Don't worry, I rolled on everything. Something like before. 3 rolls.
Rio.
Come back to me.
About to start singing some Duran Duran.
Are you muted? These are my
Yo.
face.
I mean, he had to have rolled on the other 2 pieces. He's jumping.
Yeah, he's probably muted.
His mic doesn't show he's muted. Oh, wait, now it's muted.
There it is. Oh.
Maybe?
I don't even see him lighting up.
Me
You
neither.
remember you're on push to talk.
He was talking earlier.
I know,
Anyways,
he was
just,
talking earlier.
yeah, no one hears you. So just type, please. Oh, so some jackass didn't mod.
I have wanted.
So, Rio, are you taking the rope around? Okay.
Alright, so go for you and I.
Yep. Great.
Rio.
Fucking Rio, get in his gear and just run away. Look at that. Mm-mm.
A loot and scoot.
Classic loot and scoot.
Fucking Coco all over again. Oh my god, I get Piety. Oh, so happy.
Hello. Hello.
There you
Oh, there you
There
are.
he is.
Hello, game.
Welcome back.
Game? Hello?
No, it was just I wasn't.
It happened again.
You cut out
Yeah, it's
again,
gone
so
again.
something's going on with your mic at least.
Oh no! Wait, did it? Is it still?
Oh,
Hello?
you're good.
You're
You're
back,
good
you're back.
now. So
Okay.
maybe you just released your push to talk button too quickly.
No, well, maybe.
You were dead quiet. There was something going on.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to blink twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Okay, let's take a quick poke. Like I watched like maybe 5 minutes of a quick 5-minute guide
Yeah,
of
like I was gonna
P4.
say, what video guys have you guys watched? That way we're all kind of on the same page.
Can we take a break first before we go in?
Sure.
That might give
Pull
us.
it up.
It'll give us a little bit of time to look over some stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I used.
Quick and easy. Let's do this one.
So yeah, let's take 10. I guess watch this very quick guide.
I will.
Where
Yeah.
did you send it? Oh, there it is.
Put it in the wrong channel. I'm just kidding.
It's not started at start.
Oh, that's the one that I actually just found.
Like I say, I was apparently already 4 minutes into watching this.
Yeah. I was like 8. Or no.
Hello and
like
welcome
5.
to my Pandemonium 4 Phase 1 Savage Guide. The boss will start off with the usual raid wight called Decollation in this fight. It hits really hard. After that he will cast Bloodrake twice, but before I start explaining what Bloodrake does, I think it's better to start at the end of the mechanic and roll it backwards so things get clearer. At the end of the first mini-phase, there will have to be 4 players carrying away tethers from the group, and 4 players will have to hold
And
an
I guess
illness
let's take a
debuff,
15
which we call
minutes, so we'll be
Misrona, but
back at,
I will keep calling it illness
I
for
don't
now,
know,
just
15,
for
20?
YouTube reasons.
Yeah.
The people who carry away the tethers and have the illness can be the same 4 players. As I said before,
Man,
he will use Bloodrake
it was
twice
so
now,
irritating 'cause,
targeting
like-
either all healers and tanks or DPS. Whoever got Bloodrake
During
first
like
cannot get
the
the
last
tethers
couple
at the end
pulls,
without
my
dying,
Final
and whoever
Fantasy was
gets
starting to
blood
like
rage
hiccup
second
frame rate wise. Like
cannot
I would
have
just
the illness
freeze
debuff on
for like
them
a
as
second,
they die.
and then
The
everything would go back
illness
to normal.
debuff spawns on one healer and one tank, and 2 random DPS.
And that was happening like near
It
the
can
end. I was like,
transfer
why
over
is
to other
this
party
happening?
members by touching them. If you once had the debuff and give it away, you will be immune to it afterwards, indicated by that debuff. So to make this whole phase as easy as possible, we had tanks and healers on the upper half of the boss and DPS behind the boss for this mechanic. If you needed the other
so I'm
group
just
to get the
restarting
illness
my
debuff,
Final
you
Fantasy
just
real
stacked as
quick.
4 to immunize yourselves as much as possible,
Go
and
for
then
it if you're still
whoever
here.
needed the illness debuff from
You
the other
should
group
download
would just
the,
run into the stack and catch the illness
Crossguard
for someone
for
who
your
needs to get
hat
rid
mod.
of it. That way, all players who cannot have the illness are immune to it
Dark
now, and all
magic.
players who can survive the illness are sick. For the tethers afterwards, you could just stay stacked and let the other group get in front to immediately have all 4 tethers on the right people and move them out. This is the best way we found, and it's really good for Party Finder as well, as you don't need much communication to do it. So, TLDR. Keep an eye on who will get blood raked first. Those players cannot take the tethers afterwards. Then check who gets blood raked second. Those players cannot have the illness on them. So stay stacked so people can take it away from them easier. Afterwards, the people who need the
I
tethers
don't
stay
like how
stacked in
he
front
has
of the
the
other
dash
party,
ability
bring
next
out
to
the tethers
everybody's
and
name.
resolve the mechanic.
That's too dangerous.
After that, there will be a high damage rate wight again, followed by a tank buster that hits twice, giving a vuln up after the first hit, forcing either an invuln or a tank swap. As you can see, we tank the boss towards the south at all times now, to allow maximum uptime for the next mechanic, called Setting the Stage. He will be quartering the stage into 4 elements: thunder, fire, water and poison. Those will act exactly like the ones in normal mode, and will go off from the center of the stage. Water is a knockback, fire is a light party stack on healers, lightning is distance-based damage, and poison is spread. You can never stand on the quadrant that's exploding or you will die. Water or lightning will always be the ones exploding first, and fire and poison will always follow them up, which is really convenient. So it's either lightning fire or lightning poison, or water fire, water poison first. In our case right now we got water poison, so we use anti-knockback to avoid the water, and people pre-position for spread around the map, avoiding the green tile. Now the next 2 quadrants that didn't go off first will go off as he casts ... shift. Either northernly shift, easternly shift, southerly shift, westernly shift, telling you on which cardinal position he will jump. At the same time, either his sword will glow red or his cape. Cape means knockback and sword means cleaving the room, just like in normal mode. For this one now, we had to stand on the edge of the map and light party soak afterwards, as lightning and fire tile have not gone off yet. We stack on the right edge, and group 2 will stay, group 1 will move through the boss. You will have a lot of time before the stack goes off, so don't worry if it's a cape knockback instead of a sword. You will have enough time to pre-position yourselves. Another tank buster. This time our off tank took aggro to invuln it himself, and now he will cast another blood rake. This time tethering all players and all platforms except for one. The one he didn't tether will be the safe spot for the next mechanic, so you have to remember that. In our case, the safe spot for the next mechanic will be lightning. The next mechanic is super straightforward once broken down, so let's do that and make everyone's life easier. He will cast Vengeful Bone, giving every tank and healer a acting DPS buff, and 2 DPS will get an acting tank, and 2 DPS will get an acting healer buff. We always have tanks in this position and healers always in this position. The 2 DPS with acting healer will go here, so healers are clockwise from them, and the DPS with acting tank will always go here, so tanks are clockwise from them. Then orbs will spawn and you will get tethered to the closest one, which works perfect with those positions. Then you just go pop the 2 orbs clockwise from you and run to the safe tile from before, which in our case was lightning. Before, during it and afterwards there will be a lot of damage going on, so healers make sure to have some effective cooldowns ready. Everyone baits their orb, pop the 2 orbs clockwise and stand on the safe spot. That's it. The only thing that's a little bit hard is on DPS, they will just need to adjust based on what acting as buff they got. After that there's a small tower phase, where either DPS have to stand in or tanks and healers have to stand in, depending on what the game shows you. If the game shows you a DPS symbol and an X above it, it means please DPS, for the love of God, do not stand in this or everything will explode. If there are crossed tank and healer symbols above, it means the exact same thing. So we gave melees the southern towers for positionals and tanks the upper towers so the boss does not breakdance. On the first towers there will be spawning tethers as well, that the opposite roles of the tower soakers can grab and bring out, or even stand max melee for more uptime if people in the towers make a little bit space for you. Another set of towers, this time even without tethers, so it's super general. Same as the first mechanic, it is possible that DPS might have to soak both towers. And the same applies to tanks and healers, of course. Now we will get the illness debuff and the tethers from the start of the fight again. So this time it is decided by who took the towers before. If you did not take the first tower, you take the tethers now, and if you did not take the second tower, you will take the illness debuff. In our case, tanks and healers didn't get a single tower, so now we will have to do both. We do that in the same manner we did in the start. We will have DPS stack behind the boss for us during this, so everyone can go grab the illness if they need, and then we stack in front of the DPS taking the tethers and move out. More AoE damage afterwards, so keep people topped. Another tank buster that has to be swapped or invulned, and he will set the stage again. I swear to god this works exactly like the first time he does it, not a single difference. He will show you two elements, water or poison for example. And I see this time both southern platforms got picked. So we had the range to adjust beforehand and move away so melees can have full uptime and dodge into the water tile for spreads. If you've done it once or twice, it's really easy to do it. Now he will ... shift again in any direction, in our case it's westernly shift, and he will use cape or sword again this time, in our case cape. The remaining two tiles will explode now, in our case lightning and fire, so we stand on the edge of the map for lightning, move in front for the knockback cape, and then have time to stack up for light party soaks. He will very shortly after cast his first decollation again, so heal everyone up as quickly as you can, and after that he will just keep casting decolations before he enrages. So healers keep everyone top during it, or damage the boss if everyone is already healthy, as the damage check for this was really tight in week 1. If you get him to 49.9%, you will get a transition cutscene introducing phase 2 of the fight. This will also give you a checkpoint, so you don't have to do phase 1 over and over again until the lockout ends. Thank you so much for watching and for all of your support. I hope this guide was helpful, even if only a little bit.
We should probably pick food. Food. I'm not okay. What do you want?
Food.
Tasty.
Well, here we go. It's the end.
Almost the end.
I know.
Beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end, yes.
I had to cut the video short because I didn't want to see the transition.
Well, I know we shouldn't say it, but at least this door boss looks easy.
The only thing that looks difficult, quote unquote, is the who gets the tethers first, who gets the tethers second type deal.
And now we're stuck on this boss for 3 months. Thanks.
Certainly hope
No,
not.
shush!
I hope not. I really
say
hope
things like that. You don't put that. You don't put that bad.
Yeah,
jinx
I
out
wasn't the one that
there.
said, "Oh, it's gonna be easy."
It's a good point.
Yeah.
You brought this on yourself.
I would say, I will admit, this, out of all of the door bosses I've seen, this one does seem the easiest. So.
It does look like it. Agreed. It definitely does. Look like it.
Okay, so the tether thing.
Yes.
So the people who get the tether first, if they get the sickness, they have to pass it, and then the people who have the sickness get the second tether. Is that how that works? Am I understanding that correctly?
Sorry, I'm not
Down with
First,
the sickness.
paying attention. I'm just looking at
first blood rake gets sickness. Second blood rake gets tethers.
Okay.
I'll be tanking myself.
I don't know how useful these markers actually are, but this is what I saw.
Yeah, and I say that's probably going to be for the clock spot markers for later. We do need to do light party thing. So in the video, I did notice that they did have like the melee group, kind of like with a Heidelin, they had a melee and a raid group. So given that there's a knockback, Jordan should probably be in the melee group because he'll have an easier time getting there because he's got his gap closer. And I don't, because I'm a little fucking potato astro.
The carrot.
I'm a carrot. Yes, I'm a carrot astro. I'm a soggy carrot.
They have pills for that, you know.
Okay, so let's split the light parties.
Okay.
Yeah, so melee should go with Jordan, and then range should be with me, and then I guess main tank would be on 1, and off tank would be 2. So I guess the tanks get to float around depending on who has the boss.
Sure. So, and are we saying which group stays with the boss?
Group
One
1,
or two.
so would be Jordan. Jordan would stay with the boss. Cause yeah, the video, when we watched the video, I noticed that regardless of whether or not it was a knockback or not, Group 1 just kept the boss on the wall, and then Group 2 just ran towards the middle. Or stayed in the middle.
You mean other way around? Because we're in 2, right?
Yeah, we're Group 2, we go to the middle. That's not what I said.
Oh.
Did I say something different?
No,
No, I
I thought
think
they went.
so.
I thought Group 1 went to the middle.
No. Group 1's gonna stay because the boss doesn't move during that.
Got it.
Yeah. I guess let's just do the first mechanic first. So essentially, big weight ride, raid wide, and then afterwards, it's tanks and healers will then split into north-south groups. Yeah, tanks and DPS. Well, you know what I'm saying.
And
The
healers,
two,
then DPS.
yeah, they'll split into the north-south groups, and then you just kind of watch what happens first. Just keep spamming this. Essentially, group 2 is the one that will get the tethers. So if you're second blood rake, doesn't matter afterwards what happens. You just grab the tethers.
The groups are defined by DPS and tanks.
By roll. It's by
Correct.
roll.
Yeah. Like in terms of the illness, it's always tank healer 2 DPS.
And when you get the tether, you gotta kind of fuck off because it looks like there's AoE after, or?
Yeah, it's a big AoE. So yeah, probably the 2 melee can be max melee range, definitely have to be at range. Are we doing it like in the video where we keep the boss pulled south, or are we keeping him north?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
So south is true north then. Not to be confusing.
So C is our way marker.
Yeah, C for just for this for the time being. So C is our way marker. So tanks and healers are going to be on the south side of C, which would be our true north, and then DPS you're going to be in the middle. I don't really have a good idea.
He'll be facing there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just do that first.
So,
And then we'll get to the elements and just see what happens.
What?
What side do you want to be on? You want to be on right or left?
I'll be on. This
Okay.
side.
Give us a go.
Thank you.
This run sucks. You got this set? Okay.
Yeah, I'll get the first declaration.
Cool. So watch who gets first. DPS. So
DPS gets sick.
Okay, so different.
So our group should collapse because we want to spread as much as possible.
Oh, well. I was just given sickness.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
So we're now all immunized,
I am.
and then since we're second group,
No, I am not.
I have a
We
disease.
should have all stacked.
that's why we all stack. So second group. Okay, we can wait.
Okay, because I'm not understanding that mechanic clearly.
Okay, so what happens is we all collapse. The second group all collapse because then you'll start passing between each other. So you'll start immunizing each other. Once that happens, the other group will have 2 people with sickness, right? And it doesn't matter which second group. They run into that collapse group, pass their disease, because you can't pass it to 2 other people because they're already immunized,
Right.
and then they run back up.
But my question is, so the first blood rake only affects half of the group, it looks like, and then the
Yes,
second
it's
blood rake.
either DPS or tanks or
Because I was
healers.
gonna say, because the second blood rake didn't look like it did anything, and I think that's where I was getting confused.
So the blood rake is what makes you immune? Is that
No,
No.
blood rake
No.
is just the damage that goes out.
Getting
Blood
the
break.
illness and then taking it away is what.
It's what Zad's saying. It actually is what determines the order of how you do your mechanics. It does
Okay.
not give you the thing, because that happens after, once you mark, and then it did another cast, which then gave us all the
Okay,
random
that's
debuffs.
where I was confused. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, the first group to get blood rake, they will stay spread out, and then the second group is the one that classes in, and then you have 2 people from the first group have to go get illness from the other, and then go back.
Yeah, that's what I
It
did. I
sounds
walked
like-
in, grabbed it, came back out. So.
It sounds like the same group can get both.
Correct.
So, if you have both, then
So illness doesn't do anything. It's just a coordination check. So I don't worry too much about it. Just make sure the first group gets it. Is essentially it.
Okay, I understand
Right.
now. And it's just it's essentially like you don't really need to worry about blood rake. It's what happens after and just the
Correct.
order of things that happen. Okay.
Yeah, blood rake is.
I
just
was
not
worrying
good.
too much about the blood rake.
I think it still does damage, so just be careful.
It does. It's just yeah.
I guess I should shake here. Are you missionarying that?
No.
Okay, it's on DPS.
So tanks and healers should collapse at C. Just chill a bit.
Boss, not yet.
Oh,
Because if you get sickness, you don't want to pass
There
it
you
to
go.
us.
So then Rio and Aru want to grab it.
Yeah. So yeah, one more person needs to grab it. Because Jordan. So Aru should have grabbed it.
Aru gets it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So
Well, that's less dead people than the first time.
And my reprise is up to the second regulation too.
oh, okay.
Wow, even when we're wiping, I have to get the tank buster at least once.
Sounds about right.
So to pass sickness, you have to like actually stack on everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for the first group, it's like, I think, yeah, you can't stack with the second group right away because you have to see who has illness and who doesn't have illness. It's just the two that don't have illness that have to go and fetch it.
Exactly. Yep.
And
I just thought one of the casts was the illness already, so I got confused by that, but I got it.
I
Smurf.
think.
Oh,
Oh no, you go ahead. Well, what was I gonna say? Right. So then, when the first group, all four of the first group have illness, then you guys stack together so that when the second group has to grab tethers, it's really easy for them to just walk and grab it.
Correct.
Yes,
Um,
that would be great.
Smurf, what you're saying, the second group shouldn't collapse. It's whoever doesn't get the first one should collapse. Because if both DPS gets both tethers, you don't want them to collapse.
What?
You get
Well, actually, I'm a little confused too because you say that like the first blood rake group can't get tethers, but DPS got the first blood rake on that one, and we had DPS that had to get the tethers.
No, it was the people who are immunized in the second group had to get it. Yeah. Because group 1 was the DPS, they should not have gotten tethers. As in they should not resolve the tethers. The tethers can still go on them.
Hmm.
But it should not be resolved by them.
But
Okay.
DPS resolved some of the tethers.
Because Aru didn't,
Because one of them didn't have disease, that's why.
they didn't do it properly.
Right. So, but like,
Basically,
know.
if your second group, if your second second blood rate group, you immediately collapse, let the process go.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
if you're because
Yes.
if DPS gets both tethers, which can happen, or tanks and healers get both tethers, then the second whoever
I don't think you're understanding the mechanic. though.
let Jordan explain first, and then we'll go from there.
it said in the video that either DPS can get both, tanks and healers can get both, or a combination of each one gets one. So whoever doesn't get the first tethers, they should be stacking as a group right away. Because if tanks and healers get both stacks, or both blood rakes, and they stack, they just pass their disease to somebody else within the same group, and those other two people can't be diseased.
But that's the point.
But no, because they get both, so then
But
they
so
have
blood
to
rake
take-
only targets all DPS or tanks and healers.
Correct, yes. But they can target, but blood rake can target
Blood rake.
DPS twice if
Cannot
it
have
needs
the
to,
illness
or
debuff on
if
them
it
as
rolls the
they die.
dice and chooses.
The illness debuff spawns on
But
one healer and
how?
one tank,
I thought
and
blood
two
rake
tanks.
only targets again
It can
tanks and
transfer
healers
over to other party members
or
by touching
DPS.
Correct.
them. You want that to be
So
buffed
how
with
do you
by
determine
tank.
the first group then?
The first group is
If you said if it hits DPS twice, how do you determine the first group?
the first group is DPS. So DPS in that case would take both tethers and the Rona. So in that case, the tanks and healers would just stand on C. The DPS would gather both the Rona and the tethers.
He is right though about the fact that it can be double same group.
And so instead of saying
okay.
whoever doesn't take the first tether should group together, it shouldn't say that, because if DPS gets both tethers, they're passing the immunity to 2 people, which means 2 people can't get the disease. Which means then they fail the mechanic for the disease, but they can still pick up the tether. I'm probably saying this very poorly, and if someone can say it better.
But it's still if you get second blood rage.
Yeah.
Stacking up.
No.
Exactly.
No. Because if DPS gets second
That's why
tether...
it says, like, blood rake first can't get the tether doesn't make sense, because if the second blood rake is random, then you potentially have somebody that was in the first group that is going to take a tether, because they didn't get this, they didn't have the second blood rake, so they went and got the illness, right? And then the illness takes the tether. Does that make sense? I don't know, this mechanic is a little confusing.
I suck at words, and I apologize if no one's understanding what I'm saying. But I think this is one that I understand a little bit. I didn't understand the order at first, but
You will be immune to it afterwards, indicated
I don't know.
dying. And
Because I remember the mechanic. Yeah.
cannot have the
Because
illness
I know the
upon
part
them
that you said
as
that
they
both
die.
that the same group can get it twice. I'm just trying to figure out where it is in the video
and
again.
2 random DPS.
Like
It can transfer
very
over to other
first
party
thing you
members
say.
by touching them. If you once had the debuff and you give it away, you will be immune to it afterwards, indicated by that debuff. To have the illness in either all healers and tanks or DPS. Whoever got blood rake first cannot get the tethers at the end without dying, and whoever gets blood rake second cannot have the illness debuff on them else they die. The illness debuff spawns on
35
1
seconds.
tank and 2 random DPS. It can transfer over to other party members by touching them. If you once had the debuff and give it away, you will be immune to it afterwards, indicated by that debuff. So to make this whole phase as easy as possible, we had tanks and healers on the upper half of the boss and DPS behind the boss for this mechanic. If you needed the other
It says
group to get
tethers
the
and
illness
illness,
debuff,
but did it say
you just
blood
stack
rake?
this forward to immunize yourselves as much as possible, and then whoever
Blood
needed
rake
the
is what
illness
puts it
debuff
out.
from the other group would just run into the
it just
stack and
tells you
catch
what
the illness
you're
for
gonna
someone who
get.
needs to get rid of it. That way, all players who cannot have the illness are immune to it now, and all players who can survive the illness are sick. For the tethers afterwards, you could just stay stacked and let the other group get in front to immediately have all 4 tethers on the right people and leave them out. This is the best way we found, and it's really
Sorry,
good for
I
Party Finder as well, as you
misread
don't
that, so
need
sorry
much
for
communication to do.
Apologize about that.
That's fine. Like I said, I suck at words, so
Man, I thought this first mechanic was gonna just be straightforward, then they
Cannot
threw all
have
this
the illness
bullshit
debuff on them
like,
else they
Oh,
die.
this is some bullshit.
The illness debuff,
I was
the
like,
people who
wow,
carry
man,
at the end of the mechanic and roll it backwards so
and
things get
just keep
clearer.
it nice and
At
clean.
the
It's
end of
like
the first
only
mini phase,
tanks
there
and
will
healers
have to be
get
4
this, and
players
only
carrying
DPS
away
get
tethers
this.
from the
No,
group,
we gotta
and
add
4
some
players will have to hold an
bullshit,
illness
like,
debuff,
actually.
which we called
So,
Misrona,
what
but
goes out
I will
first, the
keep calling it
tethers or
illness for now,
the
just for YouTube.
the tethers go out first to determine what you should do to resolve the next mechanic.
We should be clear though, blood rake and tethers.
Right, yeah, because Blood Rake has
Oh.
its own tethers, and then the actual
Yeah.
tethers that matter are at the very end.
Sorry,
Oh, they
I
have
thought
Yes, because
I thought I'd go for a
that's what it
minute.
is. Because
Yeah.
I don't think blood rake actually is what determines it, is it?
Blood
It's just
Rake,
It
what,
is.
what you can't
Blood-
do, but it's
Blood
not
rake
what.
pass it on to people. The tethers go to people. The last tethers are the ones that can be passed around.
Right.
The people who carry away the tethers
But those-
and have the illness can be the same 4
But
players.
the last
As I said
tether
before,
and then
we
the
will-
disease
oh, wait,
that's
wait,
based
okay,
on blood
I
rake.
think I just figured it out because I
Okay.
watched the video again.
Yeah.
The tether people don't need the illness. They can be both people, but they don't. So I think what's happening is people are thinking like the person who needs the illness absolutely needs to grab the tether. That's not true because that's what I
It's
thought.
the opposite.
No, it's not. It can be
People
both.
without the illness.
It can be both, or it can be without. It's just whoever didn't take the first tether.
Whoever didn't
So-
take the first blood rake.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
the
it's
first blood
gonna
rake.
be-
So
yeah, it's called blood rake, not
you-
tether.
Yeah, right. So whoever takes the first blood rake absolutely cannot take the last tethers. Now the folks taking the second tethers can't have the illness. So there is kind of going to be like a weird, like you take the second blood rake first and then you spread the illness, potentially. But the people who take the final tethers can either have the illness or cannot have the illness. It doesn't matter. They just have to be the people that were not hit by the first blood rake.
Yeah. So I'm kind of confused because you can still second group collapse, right? Because
Yeah.
So that's what I. What? And then
Because-
the first
okay,
group always takes
no,
it.
I think.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Let me for 1 second. Let me just make sure of something real quickly. So there's blood rake, right? 2 blood rakes, and then there's disease and tethers. Now I know that the blood rake, depending on which ones you are, right, you cannot take one or the other. But the blood rake groups do not determine who get the actual tethers at the end and who gets the disease, right?
It does not determine who gets them initially correct.
Right. So that means that second group can collapse.
No, because if the second group gets both blood rakes, they're passing the disease onto each other, which means 2 of the 4 gets immune, so they can't resolve the disease.
Right, and then you would
No,
have
but
the
then
other
2 people have come in.
and grab it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, because they can't have disease to resolve their mechanic.
They would, because there's 2
Why
on
not?
the other that would have it. Because separate groups would, no matter what, there's 1 tank and 1 healer who gets disease, and there's at least 2 DPS that get it. So when you collapse, whichever side they are, those 2 spread it to everyone, right? And then there's 2 that have the disease right now at that group. So when the other group comes in and grabs it, that gives the other 4 or the other 2 the disease.
Shit,
So
you're
they collapse.
right. I'm thinking of that backwards. If you
Yes.
get blood rake, you don't want to get that. I'm sorry. I got
Yeah.
those 2 back.
There we go.
Yeah. So that's what I was like, what?
Yeah,
It
second
doesn't
group
matter.
can collapse. Yeah.
And then you guys are like, oh, I had an epiphany, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
an even better question is like, if the second group stack didn't work, then why would they mention it in the video as like the only thing? So
Because the whole thing was that it's party finder friendly, because it makes it easy.
Yeah. So okay, second group collapse, and then if you just don't have it, you just grab it, and I think that's it. Period. That's all we had to know for that mechanic.
oh my god, I feel like I've been through
Okay,
this.
so my macro still works.
Yeah.
So please.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
No, this mechanic,
I'm
there's
sorry.
a lot of different little things to this mechanic, even though it looks easy on paper.
I got the blood rake is supposed to get them, not.
Right.
I'm sorry. That's my
No,
fault.
that's what I was trying to figure out, was if it was the blood rakes that do it or not, but it's not. It's just they're 2 separate things that happen. Got it.
Ooh, okay, alright. I'm like recalibrating my brain to go back. So like,
I totally 100% understand this completely.
Second group collapse. What is that?
Second group has to be fully immunized.
Yeah.
And they have to collapse there. Okay.
yes. Okay, great.
So if you are not part of second group and you do not have the illness, you need to get down with the sickness and grab it from the second group.
Yeah.
Oh,
If I
Exactly.
pull by accident, we're gonna do this real fast.
You beat me by like a
Figure out
second.
where it is.
I
That's
think
my-
it's right before that diamond. I think
It's
you're
my
good at that
favorite
diamond.
fucking vine.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we keep going. Okay, so group 1 is tanks and healers. So we will
Oh.
not get the tethers.
Lol.
What?
Lol.
Deposit!
So that's the cast for.
Yeah, so this is, we would have collapsed too.
Right.
Yeah,
And
we
then
can
all
just
the
use-
DPS would have come to grab the
Right.
sickness. And then they would have taken the feathers.
Yes.
Sorry for all of that.
I see now.
I mean, I saw where you were going after that. I was like, oh no, that's right.
So I think I see now the future, because basically one group can actually get both blood rakes.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. That's what I didn't get. So okay, cool.
So then it kind of like flips it around a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Where was it said?
I'm sorry.
It's right
Oh,
before
it's
the
right
diamond.
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because this makes the run less annoying. just gonna keep spamming it till we do it.
Don't read chat.
For religious reasons.
Exactly.
You know what that was? That was literally like
Healers.
It's the Arthur meme.
exactly.
You can't stop me because I can't read.
I got this.
Let's see DPS collapse. And then.
Just wait. So it's after
Wait.
this thing.
Yeah. Alright, so check your debuff. So it
So,
is smart for me to grab it.
Yoink.
Oh, smart
Oh,
cat.
somebody.
And then
the
the boss
timing
was not
was bad on
immune
that.
yet. And then we go
okay.
out. So like Ari's gonna pass this tether to smart still.
No, on that
Oh.
one,
I didn't get any immune. That's what it was.
Wait, tanks and healers took the first tether, right? On that
Yes.
one? Okay, so then DPS should have
Oh.
taken the
Yeah.
tethers.
That should take the
Yeah,
last-
DPS should have taken the tethers.
Hey, that's why we read the chat.
Oh my god. I think
Like remembering what happened first.
the reason that boss didn't pass his virus was because he moved for positional.
Yeah.
Yep,
No,
I
that's
did.
fine.
But yeah,
And
it is
also-
stacked tight, so it doesn't matter. Just it's so much spreads.
And also, just so you guys know, debuffs on the boss are not the same as debuffs on you. And I was looking at that wrong.
Oh my.
I was like, oh no, yeah, I got it. I'm good. I'll just go ahead and spread it. I was like, oh, why did I just get it?
Also, it's
Right.
Bing.
visual icon placeholder.
Joke's on you. I can't read that shit.
Also, Bobby meme. Boss would be very angry if he could read that. So
Healers.
first group do not get tethers.
So yeah, tanks and healers cannot get the tethers at the end. Oh boy, we're collapsing.
Okay, cool. This is easy then. So we chill. This is the cast.
So Rio and Ari need to come get the disease.
I still
And
have
the tether.
And then got the tethers
can
as
get
well. Boss.
Boss,
Boss,
please.
boss.
tether, please.
Oh god, he took the
Oh.
last tether. Oh god.
Mine too.
Last week.
I just saw Voss like do that. You know when you watch like a streamer clip and then there's that one person who's running in a panic to do something?
Yep. That's me.
That's funny. He ran through.
The tank healer group was just like standing there watching. I should
Train
have
wreck
someone
coming
to
at
get
you.
I was like, hey, I saw you that tether. I'm gonna grab this one. No, that's another one.
I don't know how to do this, but I did it right, so fuck it.
Do you like watching the tanks do tethers on P3? Enjoy!
Yeah. Exactly. Fuck you guys.
Yep.
Ding.
Okay, but yeah. I think it's all coming together now.
Yes.
Nah.
Wrong.
Healers.
So group 1 do not get tethers. So it'll be DPS tethers.
Yep. To be for my fries.
Same as last time.
So I need to be immune, right? That's what this is?
No,
No,
we
if
need
you-
to be
No.
immune.
Okay.
Watch your
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, so I already have it. So I
Dover
can
and
get
Aru
tether.
need to come grab.
And then everybody come down here and get a tether.
So it looks like you guys need to come grab them at the same time. Because Gopher grabbed it and then it passed back to Jordan.
That shouldn't happen because he should have been immune.
He wasn't immune because he had one of them.
It was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
There was 5 of us, so. That's right.
There's only been 4.
There should have been 4.
Who should have been tank healers, right?
Yeah, just tanks healers, period.
I watched Gopher run down, so, and I don't think Aru was true position himself.
I saw him move earlier.
I don't think. No, I don't think it passed because Jordan should. It doesn't matter. Jordan should never get it again. Because if we stacked properly, then he should have still had a disease, right?
I don't know.
Or if he didn't have it, he would have gotten immune, or he would have gotten disease. If he did have it, he would have passed it to one of the in group.
Oh, you know what probably happened then? Gopher might have passed it to Aru or something. Is my
He might have, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm on Gopher's side, so maybe I accidentally took Gopher's tether while I was running it.
No, it's
Oh,
not
not
the tether, it
tethers,
was
it was,
the illness.
Disease.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay. So when you guys come in, then I guess come in at an angle so you don't touch each other. Yeah.
That's hard to do. I don't.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Should we make like an orderly line and go in a circle?
I mean, yeah, if anything, you could have one coming on this side and one coming on this side.
We could also do it like, maybe.
Or actually, what can also happen is the 2 people, it's very obvious who has it, just stand left and right. Like, you don't need to be in that bunched up group anymore.
True.
Because as long as the tethers are kinda in one place, so let's just say I'm sickness 1, sickness 2 is here. So there you go. Now you have 2 very obvious people to run to, and then the other 2 just kind of fucks off at max melee.
Maybe also one thing that might help too is because I think for the melees, it's ideal for them to be on the boss's butt and then the ranged kind of go off more towards the flank sides. So maybe melees should get the tethers first and then ranged can kind of grab the 2 remaining ones while circling around, and then melees can just hug the boss so that the tether won't transfer to someone else. Could do that maybe?
Yeah, okay, so that was 2 different thoughts. For the passing, we're going to be on 2 separate sections here. So that's what we were talking about previously.
Okay.
For the tethers, what you guys can do, yeah, if you just want to grab it, and then let's just say this diamond is the center of the boss's hitbox. Usually what you just do is just you go hug it like this. Right? Then for sure there's very little chance that you can pass it between
for sure.
2 people. Right? And then the range can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
And then you spread out accordingly afterwards.
Everybody scrimmage.
I'm not a fucking tank. Why am I taking tethers?
I know, this is they're like
The hell?
Well, if you watch the whole video, there's a whole part where it's
Yeah, you pretend to be
I know.
tanks and healers.
pretending to be tank.
Yeah. I don't like this one.
they're like, so you thought only tanks had to do tether mechanics? You guys gotta do it now, except there's 4 instead of 2.
Well, let Yoshi P know I don't like this.
But Zeno gave this a 10 out of 10, I think. Or a 9 out of 10.
Did he really?
Yeah. He gave 2 a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, he really liked that fight.
Thanks, healers. So DPS are gonna take the tethers at the end.
Okay, part 3. The attempted.
Do it. Ow.
My shield was a little bit there.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand up
Leo and
here-ish.
Gopher. Nice.
Save us.
Save us,
Actually, you know what? I'm
DPS.
just gonna fuck off here.
Yeah, where'd my tether go?
Oh, it passed.
How?
So someone ran into the middle. I'm not sure who.
Yeah, Tether 101, do not run through the middle.
Yeah, don't run through the middle. Oh god. Good luck.
That was private. That was private.
I don't need luck. I'm already dead.
That cleans, by the way.
Like how you're not healing Zed.
I don't need to heal Zad. I'm Macrocosmos. Look, he's at full HP. Get out of here. Don't micromanage me, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, micromanage me.
It is all the DPS who are dead now. We all died of.
Yeah, and then so I think it was either fire and
So to the edge, so, and then fire.
Lightning and
Oh,
fire.
God.
It's lightning and water first, and then it can be combined with fire or
Yeah.
okay.
spread.
And then Fred. Goodbye. Oh, thanks, Kevin. I think I read that again. So then this will be knockback.
Okay, and then
So
this
to
is
the
cape.
south.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like this.
Yeah.
Oh, JK, it's from him.
No,
Oh,
because
no,
there
that
was
was
water.
water.
No, the
flying
water.
guy.
Oh,
You do
okay,
have
okay.
to knock back it. So what I saw in the video is once the second tile flashes, that's when you can safely hit your knockback.
Okay. Okay, but let's do the first mechanic cleanly.
Can we not have it be tank filler both times?
I mean,
I'd
it's
like to
fine.
actually
It's just-
practice.
Right. It's just don't run through the middle with it if you're going for a tether.
How about you?
Yeah, pretty
Zed and I are tank tether masters.
Do those tethers, are they proximity based? Is that how you pick them up?
No,
No.
no.
You just have to be in line with it, which can be really
Interrupt
funny.
the line.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. So there is a strategy of like just everybody jumbling up for 2 seconds in front of the boss, between the boss and us, and you'll all have the tether at some point.
I think what's happening is, Aru, you might be moving a little too slow. After like Gopher goes in and grabs his tether, and you pull Gopher's tether instead of pulling another one.
Well, is there a reason why we can't just go off here then? Like range
No,
go here?
as long
go
as
on
you
the
just
other
go
side?
to the side.
You can be whatever you want.
The thing is if the farther you go, you give more opportunity for Voss or Rio or Gopher to break the tether.
Yeah.
But they would already have it.
If they already have it, then yeah.
And they do it all.
How
Yeah, but
how early can I go and grab it? That's the big question for me.
you can
Is that
stand between us and the boss.
I was gonna say
okay?
Yeah, actually, the
just
way.
I didn't
that.
know if that was a thing or not.
Well,
so.
hang on. So the way the video shows it is like the people who are supposed to take the tether are like in his hitbox before the tether spawn.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So like as long as the group that is stacking for the to spread the disease or whatever, as long as they're like a little bit max melee, the people who can take the tethers can be in front of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
So,
all
like,
just
you
stand
guys-
in between us,
Right, you guys shouldn't be like resetting to your positions. I think that's what's screwing you up.
Yes, I think so too. And I think if we all have the disease, we can stack and not pass it, right?
Yeah, that's totally
That's
fine.
that's a big thing. So I think that's what I was worried about, was that I was going to stand next to someone with disease that's going to pass between each other. But once all 4 of us have it, we can just stack in the middle. Got it.
Correct.
Okay, so when for the people who have to grab the tether, actually, we can just stack
Yeah.
together.
So
to grab
very,
them all.
very technically, everyone can stack at C or second group, right? Because the other group is already immunized. Like 2 of them are immunized or whatever. Like
I mean, I suppose
so.
that is
Yeah, but there's that risk of what happened last time where they could have just been like a wrong pass from the DPS to DPS or something like that. So obviously you don't do that. But what that also means is that you guys can just be in front, like the immunized people or whatever can already be in front. And then what Zad said, as long as all 4 of you guys are up here and all 4 of the non-tether people are back here, eventually you'll just get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should try. I think we should try that. That's probably the least brain hurty way of doing it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
it will keep trying to apply it, and if the 3 out of the 4 in the stack have it already, it'll give it to the 4th person.
Yeah.
And then just as tether 102, just wiggle your character a bit.
You go.
It also solves the problem of like, because sometimes the tethers might go to like whoever the the second group is, and then you've got like a stray tether out of nowhere if we didn't go and stack. So by stacking, it just prevents that annoyance.
Okay, and then Aru can, if he like fucks off here, right? Then it's whatever, right?
Right, yeah. So like Yeah, for the
Yeah,
Blood
that's-
Rakes and
that's what
stuff,
I was referring
Aru,
to,
if
just-
you just want to be right here, that's fine. It's just if you
Yeah, I
if
will
it is
always
a
be
DPS,
slower than the melee.
yeah, if it's a DPS stack though, you're gonna have to ethereal to your buddies on the other side. Is the only thing,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, let's try it
Very
again.
good thing. I'll go.
Nom 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 nom. What kind of cookie you eating, Zed?
Lemon.
Delicious. The healers. DPS are going to take the feathers. Oh boy. So, let's see
Heart
this one.
forning.
So Boss and Aru can grab, and then the other two can be in the front with Boss and Aru now.
Ari, you gotta stand on us, buddy, to get the.
You got it.
I
No,
got
I'm
it.
dead.
No,
I'm dead.
that's Smurf.
Oh, it passed. It like passed the boss. Weird. Okay.
Yeah.
I got smart.
Sorry, Aru. I
What?
caught you.
We didn't get the split at that time.
Okay, but the tether collection went mostly smooth.
Yeah, no, the tether collection was great.
Wait, so I don't get what I did wrong there.
You did not pick up
You.
the disease.
You picked up Voss's disease. So
yeah.
Voss picked
Yeah.
it up
Thank
from the
you.
group, and then you got his disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we were talking
Oh,
about,
what
was we
were
were going to
mine
have
was-
the two people you're picking it up from kind of split up. But I don't think that was able to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the.
So I need to come around the back then, if that's the case? Like,
Hold on.
It's
Let's.
light parties with get away. Oh Rio, no.
Oh,
So like, Jordan's party would like run back towards the boss if that's the case. Okay, so get your knockback. Spread out.
Gallery.
Oh wait, he does that one like way weird. Okay.
Yeah, he'll do the shift and then the second.
Okay, so you have a lot of time on that one then. Never mind. So you don't necessarily have to knock back that one.
You can technically get my knockback to it.
Correct. The only time you would want to knock back in is if he's doing lightning. Yeah, I'm not sure how Ari picked up bosses, but essentially probably the best thing to do is like, rather than just running like maybe straight towards the group, is maybe try to go towards the back side of the group. I'm not sure.
yeah, so
I
I
don't know.
gotta come in from the back, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I think boss was right here, and I think you got bosses.
There's a decent amount of time there. I mean, one can go in and get it, and the second one go in and get it.
This is true too.
Yeah.
there is a lot of time.
I think two things then is one, let's just try to do the spread a little bit. So if you notice that you're in the group, try your best to just move up a little bit so people running in can see, and the people running in, there's plenty of time. You just grab it, wait for your partner, and just say, okay, I'll get it first or something. Until we get closer, until we get more familiar with this.
I know we just watched the video, but the Aether PF strat website that AV sent has a really good, basically showing of this. If you go to page 7, and then that shows you if DPS takes both roll call and tether.
Yeah, so basically one person needs to be on the northern side of the group, the other person has to be on the southern side. don't overlap with everything. Alright, I get it.
Okay, so instead of like a full stack, because it's these things, yeah, I guess we'll have tanks and healers on the north one, and healers and tanks and melee on the north, and then south, and then we already have light parties, so we can kind of split it up that way. So I'll be here, Zad, Jordan, AV. Oh, I think the melees are together. I think usually Rio is west, right? Yeah. Boss is usually east. Aru is usually west. Gopher is usually this one, whatever it is, east. So collapse first so that you spread in group and then you spread to your little spot. That's it.
Like where I'm standing, Smurf.
Yeah.
Like a loose spread after that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, technically, you could actually be here. Like, it doesn't matter, right? Because people know you have to at least get something. But if you just stand here, it's a lot better.
Sorry, for some reason, it's a lot harder for me to understand it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So, what we're doing is to now force it to be like an individual person. So we're going to split up into actual within these 4 squares that I'm running across right now, we have assigned spots. So now if you know you have to get Smarf, you just find wherever Smarf is in this quadrant, and then you touch him, and then you're done. Because now the other guy will not be running towards Smarf, hopefully.
It was just unfortunate that me and Boss were on the same side, so like Boss probably got it first, I ran in and I got his.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Pretty much exactly what happened. Okay, I get it.
So if we loose spread here like this, it's trying to minimize the chance of 2 people running for the same person.
Yeah, so go, you and I will just come around the back and attack from the south. Hit it from the back.
Yeah, that's better.
Are you gonna backstrike me, Aru? It's rude.
I gotta increase that catch rate of that Rona.
I will see if I can get this out. For some reason, this is really fucking up my head right now.
What if I don't think illness is real and I don't want to get immunized? What do we do to them?
Oh, goddamn. This fucking Texan over here.
Oh,
Fucking space news.
Hope you winterize your pipes.
Let's see if we can get this for a 5th time.
Don't even joke about that. Gopher was like PTSDing last night about it.
I am really cold, I will say that.
Okay, let's at least try. I want to get this down tonight.
There's always a spot at my place, Gopher.
Just gonna warn you right now, the usual thing will happen. I'm gonna fuck this up, but let's go.
That's alright. I'll probably fuck
Just
it
do
up.
your normal shit, I'll adjust for you and stuff.
I don't know why that
seems
sheet
like a normal thing between you two.
Yep.
Black Mage does.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm not walking over to you for that arcane circle anymore.
Okay, so
I thought I had enough health.
That hits really hard. Still.
I gotta see how much that
Okay,
hits
so tanks and DPS collapse.
No.
Nope, not at C, not at C, not at
DPS
C.
collapse.
Or yeah. So you should be here.
DPS gonna collapse. And then we need to pull the sickness from the DPS. So it's gonna be me and Zed. And then we also need to grab the DPS still needs to grab the feathers.
Okay, I guess I'll die.
See you later. 7 out of 8's not bad.
Oh, it's gonna be more than that because I can't heal by myself because it hurts.
I'm pretty sure I stole it from somebody, so. Sorry, me reading that sheet fucked with my head. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Oh, yeah, 2.
I told you it cleans.
Well,
We, at the end of the day, should probably do a tank buffet.
No, the second one is just OT just picks it up.
Right,
And
so
then
actually, I think for the first one, though, I think you actually want to take it smart because I think this third one, Living Dead won't be up for, but thingy will be Holmgang, because Holmgang's stupid
Okay.
and great and broken. Knockback.
Unless we want to have
Knockback with a stack. So
Not back to the opposite corner.
Can't get knocked back if you're dead.
Do we just want to knock back regardless and then re-stack?
So what should probably, if it's the stack, the melee group should knock back resist, and the ranged group should get knocked back. That way we're already in position for the light party stacks. That's how I would think you would want to do it. But we have a black
Yeah, that's
mage,
what I tried to do.
so
Well, no, that's what I did. I
Okay.
got knocked back, but you were in the middle. Did you knock back with that?
yeah, I did. I wanted to.
Oh,
I wanted
okay.
to
I
time it.
Oh, okay. That's not like that.
Okay, so you want me to maintain the first round, and then we swap
I
at
think,
the after. I think Pinex.
yeah, because there is going to be 3 tank busters during this fight, and I don't think Living Dead can catch 2 of them. If that's cool with Zed.
Yeah, I'll look after first Pinex.
Okay.
Grit.
Grit. Grit. Grit.
Jesus.
Healers, the DPS will be taking the stars at the end. Okay, so DPS collapse on the boss's butt. And then once the poison goes out, tanks and healers will grab it. Okay, so me and Zad.
And then stand.
To wait until you got it.
And then DPS need to grab the tethers.
Oh,
Oh. Thanks, Jordan.
I'll let you
What's
grab
it?
it first, Zad, since you're probably going to be closer.
It wasn't me this time. Huzzah!
No way.
It worked so well the first time.
I'm invincible.
I want one more marker. I know we got greedy because we got like 8 markers now instead of like 3. So like having one marker so like it's on the butt would be really cool.
We just need 37.
Oh, thanks.
Right.
Thanks, Mark.
There's
thought
a tradition.
It's implied.
Oh, I hate South Poles.
It's Tomahawk, bro. It's buffed. Okay, this is tank healers. Yes, you're still grabbing the tether. Alright, tank healers on C. DPS are gonna grab the illness once things happen. So, Aru and Rio. Okay, and then DPS take the tethers.
Hey.
Did we do it? We fucking did
Hey.
it. Heal!
I will hit this.
I'm gonna hit this too.
Heal.
It's hard.
And I guess that's. So your
that's
reprise
fine.
is up there or no?
Yeah, I just didn't use it early enough on the first one.
Do you want me to just take it? Because I don't do anything with my reprise anyways, right? So it makes it easier for you.
come on, blue healer. Heal your HP up.
And I think this was keep it south.
Yeah. this is gonna be east. So get knocked to east, or go to east first. Or get knocked to east, and then east will knock us. I definitely got knocked back the wrong way, and then you would spread.
That's west.
Why is everybody going everywhere?
Because I thought east was east, apparently.
Like
I
a fucking
don't know my
pinball
cardinal
machine.
directions tonight. So yeah, you would get knocked to east, and then east would blow you back the other way, and then you would sprint out, don't suck. But don't run on the poison tile.
Yeah, every time a tile activates, you cannot be on that tile.
Yeah.
And then I think we had 3 people in this group. That's why they died.
Yeah, I don't know. I ran out because I was like, wait, do I have to go for the middle for this? Then I started around. Then I realized mid-run, I was like, wait, no, I'm not supposed to do that. But I didn't. I didn't
Stay
get
with the
back
boss
in
all
time.
the time.
I think
I'm
we were
stay with
missing
the
a
boss.
tank.
Sorry, say that again. Go for it.
I think AV's group is missing a tank.
Yeah, off tank should be
Did
with
we
my
swap
group.
there?
Yeah, because I died.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'll go in. Just be close enough. I can max melee.
Nope.
Oh my god.
I can do that on that one, but on the on the knockback one with light parties, you're gonna be kind of sniggered.
Knock back light
You,
part.
you can hit arm's length, yeah. And I can hit arm's length, yeah.
Because the melee group is hitting arm's length.
Yeah, but they're all here.
That's not the knockback. The
That's not the
knockback is
knockback.
from the center. That's the water.
Oh, that's... well, okay, whatever.
I'm gonna mash
Come
your
on,
potato smart.
Thanks. I'll still give you cardio.
I did do a card. You got
No,
it.
Cardia.
Oh, cardia. I was like, I did do a
Whoa,
card.
whoa, whoa!
Words are all over the place today. Jeez.
Rit.
Thank you.
No, Daria's really getting greedy.
No card for you right now. DPS. Oh, you guys might die from this. Oh god,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Gopher.
I
Okay,
tried
boss.
getting this.
Maybe we should
That's
just.
just...
I don't want a card. Can I get a heal? Can I get a heal?
No.
No.
Fuck you. I gave you a shield.
I realized Gopher was really low. I was like, oh, that's not good.
Of course, we we wipe on the one pull where DPS get the first blood ring.
Lol.
Thanks.
Good
Can I get a
practice.
cardia, please? Thank you.
You want Cardia too? Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Alright, there's your Cardia.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Oh, I gave it to Aru, just kidding.
Is it possible to have a missionary or take it off here? DPS first. Tanks and healers, we get the 70%. Alright. So DPS need to grab the poison off of the tanks and healers. Illness, whatever the fuck it's called.
Then be stacked on the bud, right?
You guys, yeah. I was confused before. There you go, Arya. Have fun.
Oh, you're gonna be good.
Feathers.
Bye, boss.
I will sacrifice myself.
Why would
Got him.
Oh. Why did Boss take it so far out?
It came off of me.
Yeah. I just wanted to get away from the group as much as possible.
But then Dad didn't take the tether.
I had a tether, but it came off of me.
Yeah.
There you go, Smurf. Super heal yourself.
Okay. Alright, what do we got first? Knockback. Okay. Or water, I should say. Water into spread. That is not a good spread out, don't suck, tanks and healing, or tanks and DPS. So, get away! We are gonna get knocked.
Oh, I thought the pushback was gonna happen first.
It's the color, the cape.
So, if it's water first, you probably can't knock back resist it then, because you're gonna need it potentially for the lightning. Actually, I guess you just need to get away from the middle, right? So you can still be on the southern side to get knocked back. So it doesn't matter. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Push back and spread.
Oh, okay.
Fucking smart guy.
Who's your ears? Sorry.
Discount Roger Rabbit.
I need to switch to what's a classic movement?
That's not awful.
The Legacy Smurf?
Alright,
Yeah.
so DPS collapse on the booty. Poison shenanigans. Can clearly still stay spread out. Okay. That is Jordan. Go grab. We got first tethers.
Killers get tethers.
Think killers get tethers? Okay.
No.
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 DPS.
DPS.
Oh,
I trusted Gopher and he betrayed me. This is Among Us all over again.
I totally
Okay.
this shit.
Okay, well,
So, I'm just gonna throw this out there. And the paste bin that I sent over, since it looks like they're positioning him more mid.
I was gonna ask the same thing too. Can we do this without a south pole? Is there a reason for
Because
south
It's
pole?
an uptime strat.
because the video says yes. That's the only reason right now. Like, I don't know why we're doing a southern pole, but
Yeah, it is an uptime strat because if you pull him south, you're already on this wall potentially for the pine axe that happens. So like regardless if it's knockback or lightning, the boss is right here. Melee can stay right here and don't have to move, and they can just knock back, or they'll be far enough from the lightning. So that's why. Because if he's mid, then like it was lightning, because he doesn't move during the pine axe cast, right? Then like DPS, melee DPS and tanks have to like disengage.
Yeah, but
I'm pretty sure it's because of how awful he is to move around since he casts so much.
So
Yeah, that's
there is a reason for it, and it's a legitimate reason. I mean, I guess the question would be, instead of doing a south pole, would it be easier to keep him far north? Does that maybe potentially screen people up because it's facing
I'd
south?
be the same thing.
Okay.
I don't know. That tfstrat.com is, I don't know how many actually PFs actually use it, but it looks very easy on the raid plan IO and the ingers they
I mean,
have.
but the thing you posted is exactly what we're doing though.
Yes and no.
But except it's just in the middle. The only thing that they're doing and what we're not doing is like the spreading that we just talked about.
If it's both the same, like if both DPS take tether and roll call. If it's different, theirs is a little bit separate.
I mean,
Or
the only
not
thing I
separate,
could see like making it easier is maybe rather than having the DPS stack on the butt, they would stack on C, but that's gonna force the melee DPS to use true north.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if you guys just want to look at it or not, because 1 through 6 is if one.
So
if it's
When you
split.
spread to 7, it doesn't change anything. It's just that, because it doesn't change anything.
Yeah,
It just
but
has the two non people on one side.
yeah, it's more of the 1 through 6 where it's 1 and 1, where one group gets roll call and the other gets tethers. Because the way that one works is a little bit different than what we're doing it now.
We're just not spreading. If we make people spread, then it shouldn't be an issue. But I don't think the poison is so much the issue now. It's making sure that the correct group gets the tethers.
And with us stacking as 3 and 4 show, DPS should be between the boss and if the DPS takes the tethers.
That's what we're doing, though.
I'm seeing people scatter all
If
around
they're
still.
scattering, then they're not doing it correctly. Is the short answer to that.
Well, I guess it's also... Yeah, exactly. Since we just got in here and everything, you know.
Right. I forgot which group got the first tether, so that probably didn't help. Because we had people scatter who should have been picking up the tethers because they thought it was the other group that should have been taking it. So that didn't help. But yeah, ideally, if the tanks and healers are stacking on C because they have the illness, right? The DPS would be where Smurf is. And then I'm gonna steal your markers for a second, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay, I saved them.
So C is right here, then, you know, the DPS would be on the butt on D, and then the tanks and healers would just stack right here, right? Because it would still be technically in front of the DPS, and then the tanks and healers can just spread out this way. So, like, I could go to this corner, Dad could be right
Yeah,
here,
it's just
Smart could be
mirror.
right here.
Isn't that what we were doing, question mark?
I mean,
that's what the DPS were doing.
it's what we should be doing, yes, but I think people are still panicking about this mechanic.
Yeah,
I go back to my same, it's like a clock spot. Like, I just go back to my
Yes.
normal one when I pick
The
it
thing
up.
is you're going to your clock spot too soon sometimes. Is all.
You're going over there when, let's say, Rio is still up here attacking the boss. You get your tether and then you run here, and then when Rio goes like this, he's picking up your tether.
I haven't lost my tether, though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you do need to be careful about going back to your clock spot so quickly, is all. And then, like, obviously, like, if you're not the right person to get the tether, like, please don't fuck off to Narnia. Let the correct people grab their tethers.
It was sitting there for a while,
No,
so I
I
didn't know what to go.
know, I know.
And I literally ran directly backwards from there, so sorry.
Right. No, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely just how do you put it?
I'm not picking
Growing
on you, Aru, I
pains.
promise. I'm just worried that your tether is gonna get snatched. Because I think you just, use between the lines back to your spot, I think is what happens there.
No, Leyline is already off by now.
Okay.
I'm using my feet. So there's no
Using
way
your
I'm
feet,
faster
okay.
than someone else.
Well,
Wait.
No way.
Black
If I am,
Range
then,
Also, I'm usually on the side where Aru's on.
yeah, it wouldn't be Rio taking my
Yeah, it wouldn't be Rio.
I just use Rio as an example.
Yeah.
I don't know who goes where. It was just an example.
Because when we've done the DPS one, basically like where we scatter in, like as if like it's me and Rio here, and let's just say Gof is like Aru. Like we tend to go in, and then we both spread out like directly backwards and then move out. That's what we've
Yeah,
done.
like if
so I haven't
I'm
told-
doing, if I need to get disease, I'll come in,
Yeah.
and then I'll get disease, and then I'll grab tether, and then I go out.
Yeah.
That's like all I do. Like that's literally it.
Okay. So then, are there any questions? Does it sound like people sound like they know what they're doing?
Yeah, I think it's just westward. Yeah.
But do you have a hard stop today?
No, my thing was last night.
Okay. Do you want to just maybe go until
like
you
one
figure
or-
this out?
Yeah.
Just so we don't leave this hanging. Okay.
Technically.
I mean, I'm sure it'll also help after when we disperse after. People will get a chance to think about it a bit more and stew on it.
Okay, thanks.
It second cooldown. What?
Oh, I'm not used to Smurf saying that. I got so thrown off.
His has so much sass too.
No, Smurf just has that, gun energy.
So this is tank and healer. Some DPS need to grab the tethers at the end. So this is the easy one, hopefully.
Don't say that.
I know. Well, I'm gonna blame you. You said it first. Okay. Yeah, Aru and Ross. Aru, gotta move through. There we go.
Okay,
Now grab the DPS feathers, DPS feathers. Heal for the decoration. Oh god.
You can even just take it here, is that?
This is spread out.
I'm running this up, I'm running this up.
Spread out. Spread out.
Got him.
Get knocked to east.
That's Weast.
No! How dare!
Oh, that's a
that was
slash.
sword.
That's a
That was
slash.
sword, not a knockback.
Alright, because I think he has both his cape and the sword out. It's the one that's
It's the one
glowing.
that's glowing. Yep.
I forgot about that. Because he does take both out. So for me, I use.
Tricky motherfucker.
Then you just take it back after that.
Yeah, I'm trying to heal you.
Also, I think on that water knockback, if you stand in the direct center, I think you get a debuff of some sort.
You can't be on the tile.
Yeah, and I say if your foot's on
Oh.
the tile, you're gonna get a debuff. Yeah.
Gotcha. And that's only when it goes off, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You can stand on it beforehand, just not when the actual thing goes off.
Yes.
Okay.
One more pull. I think we almost got that one.
You got that one, it's the other one. It's the other way around.
I know. It's just then the muscle memory for the DPS. Yeah, it's why not? Anyway.
Okay.
It's the 1-in-1 that we need.
Fine.
Some of us are smooth brain.
Okay.
So, DPS tethers.
Yes, on the booty. And smile.
Oh god, he flips.
Then you
And
guys
then
need
DPS are taking the tethers. Oh yeah, see, we scattered. We should have stayed
We should have stayed
in
center.
front of them.
Healer should
yeah,
have moved.
that was bad.
Yeah, no, yeah,
That's what I did.
I definitely moved there. I should not have moved there.
Me and Rio
Oh.
traded tethers like 3-4 times a day.
In this
Oh,
case,
no,
he
no.
will flip that. Okay. Just so just be aware.
Oh, that's okay. I mean,
I guess it doesn't matter because he would have been flipped even if I'm the.
Right,
Alright.
because the DPS would come in.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a static true north spot right there.
Yeah.
So based on that last pull, it would have been what should have happened was like the one healer and tank that came to grab the illness should have gone back to the illness stack.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the DPS would have moved
Adjusted
back in
towards it.
front and gone in front
yeah.
to grab the tethers and blah blah blah. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That seems like a lot of moving.
Well,
It's just, it feels like if the people who have, I don't know.
I mean,
I understand
the
what you're
thing
trying to go
where,
for,
like,
where you basically like opposite it, where like if that were to happen again, they would come in, they would stack, get the disease, and then the people with the tethers would move up a little bit, grab the tethers, and then go on the other side and spread out.
yeah, that might be the easiest thing instead of having the like tanks and healers come back to C.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
Okay. I mean,
Then
I
all
feel-
the tank healers have to move to go in.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't. Like either way, there's going to be a lot of movement. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's like it's you either make one tank and healer move or the other tank and healer move in that scenario. So.
But in that case, if the other tank and healer would have moved to, in that case, center, the DPS wouldn't have to go to the other side of the boss to pick up the tethers.
We're already right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's not too long of a run for us, I think.
And it's all within range.
I didn't have a problem with it. Black
Let's
I'm
get it
con-
sorted.
Can I take the tethers real quick to kind of
Yeah.
show? Okay. So here's boss on A. DPS let's say DPS stack on B because they got second tether. First tether would go to C. The two people who have it just kind of wrap around and go to C. The two people who need it would run through the boss like this to C. And then we stack on C. And then when the tethers come out, DPS are already on B. So then they don't have to go to the other side of the boss to pick up tethers and then move.
right. I think is that not what we said?
I think what's being said is the two
That's
tanks,
what I was mentioning.
the tank and healer who get it go to B, and then they go back to, if I would place it. And this is from what I'm understanding was said, so if I'm wrong, I apologize again. But it sounds like the two tanks and healers who have it, who don't need it, the roll call, stay on D. The two who get it run to B, pick it up, and then run back to D. And then DPS would be on B. They'd have to run over here and then out.
I took that as just not flipping the boss.
Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
That's the only reason I did that.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that
like
synchronizes it every
it
time.
would. Yeah, we should essentially just mirror that based off of who's stacking.
Yeah, so there's two stack positions.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to make like everyone like run through the boss like multiple times. That seems.
Yeah, because if you're all stacking at C, then all the melee has to come back to B.
Yeah.
Well, but to pick up
It's
the
a run
tether,
anyway.
to pick up at the tether, they would already be at B. And roll call would be at C.
Right.
So then,
So I think what Jordan is saying is just shuffle.
Right.
If
But
you're,
yeah. It's basically we're flipping sides. Instead of keeping it synchronized to one side, we're flipping it depending on what's the situation.
Yeah.
That's what's fun.
Okay, we can try that.
because then that way, when roll call just runs through, they're already between the boss and roll call, and then they don't have to shuffle to the other side of the boss to pick up the tethers, they're just already spawned on them.
I think the only problem with that I would see is that now you're having a DOS face A, and so all of us are going to be pumped in the back because the tank busters are after, right?
Yeah, well, no, after you pick up the tether, then you just fuck off. It's
There's
so
stuff to
then.
do for the tank buster. It would be the same if we were doing it on this side anyway, because the boss is still facing you regardless, because the boss is autoing the May tank right at that, during that.
Right, but the boss is going to be facing A now instead of C.
Right,
So,
but you would be on C side. The DPS would spread to
Right.
C side.
Alright, I mean, that's fine. We can try it.
Just be aware that if we're gonna do this, that means that, you know, Rio and I make sure we know what side we're going on. Because that's the thing about the synchronization from before.
Right,
So if we're
right.
switching, we have to switch now. We have to think about what side we're going. So if we are on the other side, I am going this way, and you would be going this way. That's why I didn't like this one. But if we're doing this one, you are gonna go that way. Unless you want it to stay on the same side, it's up to you.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Oh, you can just stay on the same side if that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
I
maybe
can go this way if it's this way. If it's this way, I'll go this way.
Yeah,
you guys
maybe
could
that
also
would be.
use the boss as true north and just go to the side you're used to going to.
No, that's what we're talking about, because then that diagonals it, that flips it. So
Right.
we'll just keep on each side, Rio. You good with that?
Okay, so we'll
So
just.
we have- if
so
we have
you're
to spread
staying
this
on
way-
the yeah.
And then if we're going this way, I'm going this way.
Okay, so you're staying on the D side.
Yep,
And I'm
exactly.
staying on the side.
Yeah. Yep. Just to make it easier.
Right. Okay. Alright. I got it.
Okay, and then so Buster will just be facing wherever I'm facing. I will not
sure.
readjust. Okay. Okay. So everyone understand what we're doing differently now, yes?
I think so.
So essentially, we will form that pattern again. Always, people who need the tether will be in front. People will be on the back, right? So we make this formation after we do the proper spread, and then we shuffle into front and back. That's it.
I mean, the only way to keep it the same would be have the second group always stack on C, if that's easier for people. Instead of it being like tank stack on C and then DPS stack on the butt.
That might be easier, actually.
I think that's going to be easier. Because it seems there's some disgruntling about this.
No, I'm good with doing it. I didn't want to make it seem like that. I just want to make sure that we knew what we were doing. We had to adjust.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Because if everyone stacks on C, then it's all the same, right? There's no flippy floppy. There's no.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think the everyone stacks on C might be easier. That way we don't have to think. And then it might be that the boss will still be flipped.
The
So
boss
just
is,
keep in
yeah, I
mind.
would say the boss is always going to be flipped
Yeah.
because he's facing wherever
No,
Smart
it-
is.
Exactly. So no, if I'm second group, it will not flip, and I don't have to do tethers. They won't flip.
Okay.
Oh, I
Right.
see
So
what you're saying.
you just have to
I
pay
see what
attention
you're saying,
at
yeah.
the end if Smurf is moving, but like it's very obvious if he flips.
Right.
I think that's the only thing I just have to mention.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so just when you say everybody stacks at C, you mean everybody or just the second?
No,
The
second group. Second
yeah,
group
regardless
does.
Okay.
of who the
Second
second
blood
group is, will always
They
stack
stack
C.
at C. Okay. Alright.
Okay, not at the front.
Not at the button.
Nah, the button.
Illness
So-
always at C. Period.
Okay.
Okay. Things. I need to make a macro for this. What? Like a countdown macro. So I don't have to type /CD every time.
Don't you have the one about me?
Oh, I just pressed
Oh yeah!
Just use that one. Shit.
But that one's like 15 seconds or whatever it is. Because it talks about your tacos.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so
Right,
tanks and healers are taking the tethers.
So he will flip.
DPS to see. We'll stay loosely spread for the
Yep.
Smart and Jordan.
Yoink.
And then we
And
stay
then now
here.
now we stay here. Grab and run. Should mitigate.
Oh.
See you guys.
It
Number
got,
one?
yeah.
Number one.
Oh.
I had a big leg like that.
It didn't look like one of the illnesses spread properly either. Wow, that really hurts.
I didn't put up a shield. I just ran into a wall.
I was like mostly topped and it's still one shot me. It's bad.
Right? Oof. I've always wanted to see how much that did, like, flat out.
The wall or the AoE?
The AoE.
Okay.
Thanks.
You actually type /CD as opposed to having just the countdown button on your bar?
Yeah, I don't want to make it yet. Oh, shit, this is too far.
Take away from this. I'm sorry, thanks, at least to see.
It's a little tight. My bad.
Ari, you might want to wait until the thing goes out. Okay. So Rio, Aru,
I'm dead. Goodbye,
and
friends.
tanks and healers take the tethers.
What?
Wait, what?
Oh no, I got confused.
So
That's
DPS took the first tether, right? And we've confirmed that if you have
Oh,
the
that's
first
right, yeah,
tether,
yeah.
you cannot take. Hey, let me rephrase. First blood rake cannot take.
Don't
the
worry, I
tether.
got the macro.
Yeah, there it is.
Got the macro.
Oh man.
I know
Alright,
boss doesn't read party chat, but I am typing who takes the tethers at the end.
right, and then
Sorry, so many strat changes. I'm like, okay, sorry. Okay.
No, it's okay. There's been some confusion. It's okay. This is the first night on this boss. It's alright.
yeah, so there's, and then this is kind of a weird mechanic too, so.
It's a bit of an odd one because there's like 4 different ways to solve this strat depending on who gets the tethers, right? And then who gets the illnesses.
Right.
Like this is one of my mantra ones where like if I see that I get the first blood rake, I go no tether, no tether, no tether, no tether.
Yes, and what was I gonna say? If we ever, please remember to say blood rake and not tethered. I think that also gets a bit
I'm
confusing.
sorry.
That's okay. I'm just as a reminder.
So just real quickly before we start, in that scenario, just to make sure I know what we're doing, where it was not tethers for us, but we had to stay outside because you guys collapsed. The moment that all 4 of us have the disease and you guys are immune, then we shift where we are on C and you guys are ahead of us.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. I got it.
And then we don't move, they fuck off with the tether.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You can still do like minor positionals. Just be careful, I guess.
Just don't be in front of the other group and you should be okay.
Sure, no, there's gonna be a thing on this fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Okay. Boop. I repurposed it.
Try new things. Try new things. Okay. There it is.
Can I also get cardio, please?
DPS.
Oh, yeah.
No tethers. No
DPS.
tethers.
So
Tethers
DPS,
first.
yeah, DPS have the blood rake, so it's thankfully feathers. I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, so DPS to C. You guys are kind of stuck tightly, so that way your poison spreads between all you. So, Zed and Jordan.
Oh.
Oh, Zed.
Getting
Oh,
like,
JK.
nothing's happening.
Uh-oh.
Everything is completely frozen.
Oh. It was super smooth otherwise, because he still had a tether, so it worked.
Yeah, he did have the tether.
Everyone's got their debuffs still.
You're
Wailing
swinging.
away at the boss.
You're swinging hard. I can tell.
But yeah,
Fight's
I think
going
this
great.
way,
That works. That worked.
yeah, it works really
Yeah.
cleanly. I think it's just this one didn't have the shuffle though, so we just need to be aware if we need to do the two-step.
Okay, definitely. This is like, yeah. It's like one of those things where because.
Everything just happened.
Oh my.
I just,
And I'm alive.
Did you see you PvPing the whole group?
If I blinked, I missed it.
Zad is seeing sound right now.
As I knock back into spreads, you knock back into red.
Oh boy.
That's the third time I've had a slowdown at that same spot.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh, that's weird.
But not in a row.
And
I
then
had
do we
the-
want to go till 12 to the hour? This is 10 more minutes. It's up to you guys.
I mean,
Depending on Zad's connection.
I had a spot like that in Phoenix, where at one part it would do something like that.
Like, it's fine right now. And that whole first part was fine.
Okay.
Strange.
It also might be the, I don't want to say the instance, because the instance is pretty old.
Okay. Thanks.
I'm gonna start on like this side so I can make sure I catch Avyuir with heals.
Jesus, you need to fix that.
Mark, do you happen to have the sound effects on that?
Yes.
I was just gonna ask the same thing.
Yes.
Alright,
Yes, that was
DPS
first.
has the first blood rate.
This is just repurposed. It used to be count 20. I just put count 5.
I don't.
Alright, so DPS to C. Yeah, I can do more heals there. Smurf and Jordan.
Oh,
Let's go to the
Come to
group.
us, folks. You're okay. Come to group defense. You're alright.
God damn it, Zad. the jump in.
It worked.
So you don't want to be here, or because I'll be keeping him wherever he's standing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then etc.
Oh, what was I gonna ask? Right, because did the two tanks for that part? Did you guys just totally f off for the tether puddles?
I saw an opening and I went.
Well, because as long as there can be, it works out because the tanks don't need to go out into Narnia. You guys can stay max melee and it's
Yeah, Smart was melee and then he moved over to Zad, so Zad plunged in, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we live.
Yeah, the healers were the ones that were more off to Narnia, so. We definitely need to take it off for whatever missionary on that second one, because that hurt a lot, and people are like kind of weirdly spread out for it because of the tethers.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I don't need to be so far out, so I'll just stay here. Is that alright?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I like that because Smurf counts down to the AoE.
DPS Flutter. Can't kill each other at the end. Okay.
So we will do two-step. Two-step.
Yes. Painkillers are gonna stat. Who's the other one, boss? Okay, so boss, get behind.
Hello?
Everyone, get up, get up, 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 up. Up to your painkiller.
Nice.
Big deal, big deal.
That's not shake.
Nice, there we go.
Water, fire.
My group's getting knocked back towards B. Melee, you can hit your thingy. Oh, that is not B, my friends.
That is fireworks.
West Sword.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so awkward.
I'm sorry, Gopher, what did you say about B?
Missed the part where we said we were going to be.
Okay, so it's not so much going to B, it's going to the side that is safe. So the easiest thing to do is just to get knocked straight back versus getting knocked to a corner. IMO, unless you guys would prefer to get knocked to a corner. Because there it should be either B or D is going to be safe, I think.
Okay, see what you mean. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that exact situation, that's we do want to use arm's length so we can stay with the group.
Yes, Melee and
yes.
Jordan
Right.
would want to use arm's length unless Jordan wants to risk it for the biscuit with his gap closer. And then the main tank would arm's length, the off tank would get knocked back.
Yeah. Okay. But we did accomplish our goal of doing that, even with the shuffle, so it's probably a good place to end it tonight.
So then we can work on PNX.
Yeah, and then we can just... I think PNX is now just figuring out positions, so we might just have like a million images of this is where you stand.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We've got to be ready for the position.
Yeah, if we do the knockbacks to Cardinals, because that's essentially what it'll be, then I think that's easier.
Yeah. So rather than like, oh, get knocked back in this obscure direction. So.
Included.
I feel like also since we only raid on Saturday now, and there's like a bit of
Sunday.
downtime, it will just give time for some people to maybe look over the videos and absorb it
Yeah.
and all.
And then
Exactly. We'll slap together a document with like positions and everything, so we'll be very clear.
right, and then like my group, if it's the like electric the electric and the stack, probably have the melees be on the cardinal, and then my group would just be offset.
And do me a big favor. This is OT group. Just hit yes, okay? OT group. Just so I have this recorded.
What does that mean? OT group?
Yeah, you.
If
and
you're in the group
Aru.
with the OT.
That's you and me, though.
Okay.
The ranged.
I go by healers, sorry.
Right, it's
Right.
ranged versus melee, so.
Okay. Because I just want to save this so we can write it down.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I'm just gonna post another strat for doing that in there in the raid info. So whoever's putting the thing together, if you just want to add it to the very end, like what you did with all the other like Elmo strats.
For which? Like,
No, not Pinex. The roll call.
Okay.
I just found another one, so.
Okay, we'll take a look. And then if it's better than the 2-step, we'll just jump.
It's the 2-step, but it's everyone stacks kind of on the butt area except the main tank.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't flip.
So it doesn't flip, but it's a little. It looks a little more room for error. So.
ERB, I'm restarting my computer.
I have to grade some papers, so I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
See you later.
Grade papers?
Yep.
What do you teach?
I'm a trainer for a cruise company.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Alright, see ya.
See you.
Does anybody want to run expert?
I need to run expert. Yep.
I am good. I did too much tome grinding yesterday. Or the day before.
I didn't mean to make things difficult, it just seemed like there were other options out there for a little bit less moving, and that's all. So I'm sorry if I made things difficult tonight.
No, as long as we get the, like, we're working out the strat range, so it's whatever. I think eventually, as long as we all come up with the, like a consensus of what we want to do, it's whatever.
Yeah. I just sometimes don't like going against the grain and saying, well, there's another way. Because, well, I say that, which is stupid, because every time someone else says, well, let's try it this way, I'm really harsh on them. So I just think my ideas are kind of stupid sometimes. But
There's no stupid idea when you're trying to figure out a fight. Especially considering, like I said, like you figured out like 2 or 3 of the shots on P1 when we were blind frogging, so your shots aren't that stupid, Jordan.
yes, but remember, you're also talking to someone with a really low self-esteem. So
Oh, I know.
that doesn't help.
I hope I didn't make Aru upset. Aru sounded like he was getting kind of upset at the end, and I was like, uh-oh.
No. It's all just, we're starting a new fight, and the first mechanic is a little bit of a brain twister, because there's just so many, there's kind of like some different intricacies to it and everything, so it's just, I feel like everyone is just trying to come to terms to that, you know?
Yeah, but I think you guys, like, singled him out for something that he wasn't even doing.
Oh.
Not there. Like, when we were talking about the flip, he was like, I don't know, he sounded like exasperated about it.
Well, no, because you guys were saying, well, you were losing the tether. He wasn't. So what he wasn't doing was actually getting the poison.
The poison, yeah.
Alright, so he was getting shit on for something that he wasn't doing.
The thing is like, he wouldn't get the poison, and then he'd be like to grab his tether, and then like, it would be weird. Like, sometimes he wouldn't lose the tether, but sometimes he wouldn't pick the tether up at all. I think is what I should have clarified. Not that he was losing the tether, it's just he was slow to pick up the tether.
And
Which is my fault.
I used him as examples of people running out early for the tether, which I only use examples. I don't mean to like dog on anybody when I do it. I just use whoever's closest to me.
He's also the one that's more visually like in my line of sight too, so I see like what he's doing more often than the other DPS because he's off in Narnia because he's on Black Mage right now. So he's like the easiest DPS for me to watch, which is probably not good.
He's always just in like the corner of my screen.
Mm-hmm. yes, I got nothing named. Excellent.
Fucking samurai.
You should have come on my side.
As long as that samurai's happy. It's to go through Rio Samurai School.
I know, like smart.
But he was going through Rio Samurai School because he was making sure he had complete uptime at the expense of Jordan.
I don't remember what my samurai is at now. I don't even remember if I remember how to play samurai.
Oh my
I
god.
sure don't.
Just in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, man, it's like... I'm sure it's like I might pick it up again.
I don't know why I sprinted here. You need sprint when you have got pokers.
Maybe I hope you don't mind me asking, but what part of Wyoming?
Cheyenne.
Oh, okay. I think if I were to go somewhere over there, it'd be like
What is going
Gillette,
on next door?
because it's close to Miles City, where my brother moves to.
Yeah, Gillette is like somewhere like an hour from Cheyenne.
Oh.
'Cause I think Gillette is just to the
It's
west
like
of
the-
Cheyenne.
It's like the northeast corner of the state.
Oh, never mind then. I'm thinking of. I think it's Loraine actually. That's to
Oh.
the west of Cheyenne.
So why Wyoming?
It's the cheapest fuck to live in. It's also a very pretty state. And I want a state that has actual seasons, which is cool. But yeah, a big part of Wyoming is, yeah, the cost of living is pretty insignificant compared to most states, and it doesn't have an income tax.
Come to Oregon, you can have no sales tax instead.
Wyoming also has like no sales tax, or it's a very minor sales tax or something.
Yes, but Oregon has 0.
Oregon is also really expensive still.
Yeah, that's true.
No, my old boss wants to move back to Oregon, but she's like, it's still really expensive.
Fuck, it's really expensive here.
Yeah. That's what I said, like, the entire, like, West Coast is fucked, because Washington, Oregon, and California are all very expensive.
Because all the goddamn Californians keep moving up here.
Yep.
Do you have someone like that in, like, Canada? Like, a province that, like, kills everything it touches.
Isn't that Quebec?
Yeah, no, you just hate Quebec because it's just full of Frenchies.
Quebec,
But
yeah.
if it's like, just like once people know and remember, I think it's like Manitoba. Like Winnipeg is apparently like the shithole in the ground.
Yeah, so like, you got like the more, definitely the most popular provinces are stuff like Quebec, Montreal, Ontario, Toronto, we've got British Columbia, Vancouver, and then there's like the the prairie provinces like Alberta, Saskatchewan.
Now, be nice to those prairie provinces. They make you guys money.
There's I mean, I've never been to any of them, but...
Oh, you're farming provinces. Okay.
Yeah, it's the shithole that everyone hates.
I definitely like Vancouver though. Vancouver's nice.
I heard Kelowna's really nice though. But that's also, I feel like, in the middle of
I was gonna
nowhere.
say, I have not even heard of Kelowna, and I have quite a few friends in Canada besides you guys. Like, what?
It's like interior BC by the mountains. It's like that Colorado resort town.
So it's really expensive, is what you're saying.
Did you want to run anything else, Ailey?
No, I'm gonna finish eating dinner and then
Okay.
go PS out or something. I don't know.
Okay. I slept. Oh my god! I don't know how people can do sleep studies and get a decent night's sleep.
Yeah, did they actually put like the full like CPAP machine on you, like on your face and shit?
Oh no! It was the at-home test,
Uh-huh.
and it was the one where you had the little thing in the middle of your chest, and then you had to put your finger in the sensor, put the nose thing up your nose, and tape everything down. They set it to go off at, I think, at 9 o'clock, so I had to get everything set up by that time. And God, it's a pain in the ass. And they're all like, all right, just go sleep normally now. And I was like, how?
Yeah, sleep studies
What's
are
the
not.
point of it? Like, what are you trying to investigate?
To see if I need a CPAP machine, if I'm
I see.
not breathing in the middle of the night.
Well, I think you did say you had problems with snoring, yes?
Yeah, but that's just because I'm fat and I have really...
Right, but that also, like, that will contribute to needing a CPAP machine.
Yeah. Like, I had my tonsils removed a couple, like, 5 or 6 years ago or something. And you look back there and it looks like they've regrown. Because my throat's that, like, almost closed up.
Oh, that's not good.
So.
Maybe they did regrow. Did they not properly clear out your tonsils?
I don't know. I spit up the fucking blood scab, which was disgustingly amazing.
Delicious. Just what I want to hear while I'm eating dinner.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think if this CPAP comes back and it doesn't really show that I'm not breathing and is something in my throat, I have to go see an ENT to see if they regrew or didn't take them out all the way.
Fun.
So.
I'm like so pretty. Look at it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head off then. Good night, guys.
Have a good night, Jordan.
See you later.
Bye.
Oh, and I told Aru I apologize if I sounded mean to him. He said he's just trying to figure out what he was doing wrong, like, on all of those. And so he just was getting frustrated.
Yeah, I apologized to him too. I was like, I'm sorry. It sounds like I'm picking on you. I don't mean to.
I think we both said, like, the same thing. Yeah. Because, yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Alright, see ya.
Alrighty, friends, I'm gonna turn the stream off. Have a good night.